bitches. What's up? Wake up. It's morning time.
You guys like the new jams? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, sometimes you gotta just mix it up, people. You gotta just mix it up. Let's go. What's up, Bukes? Bukes, I tried to beat Bukes this morning, but he got me. Even when I start the show, I still can't win. What's up, Caitlin? Good morning, good morning. Yep, new music, new music. David in the house. David, what's up? David, good morning, Oz. How are we doing? What's up, MP? MP on both platforms. Look at this guy. He can switch back and forth. What's going on? Yeah, I was feeling in a real shitty mood today. So the new music did help. Seeing all of your names chatting off, saying the good morning. I'm loving the points game. Just getting you guys all riled up to say hello is just the greatest thing. I'll be there as soon as the dogs stop driving. What the heck, dude? Driveway peas are the worst. It's so weird. Yeah, please don't. Thank you. I guess I didn't know I had to say that. Uh, anyone over on Facebook, lost connected connection to Jason's Facebook, so you're not even over there. You wouldn't even know. You're thinking I'm missing Jolly Jacko, a couple other people that are hanging out over there. Good morning. Um, you're waiting for me to start the show, but it's never going to happen. I got to get the Daily Dads thing connected to Facebook is what it is. I'm just, your pants. Peeing your pants is cool. Your pants. All right, guys. All right, guys. Let's not derail this into talks of urine. Okay. What's up? Good morning, people. Thank you for being here. I have been ruminating, uh, not doing too well this morning. Got some emails yesterday that I have to address today that are just not fun ones. Like when you read the preview of the email and you're like, oh God, this one's gonna suck. And you don't open the email. I'm very strict about that. If I'm after hours or heading home or with my family, I don't open the email. I can't stop myself from reading the preview. I probably should just turn that setting off, but it still just gets to you. Maybe the rest of the email is good. I don't know. But I've made that rule for myself. I don't know if anyone else has that. But yeah, it really still ruins your day. It really still hurts. So yeah, I went to sleep. Thankfully, I was really exhausted because I even with the emails, I've still knocked the F right out. Woke up very refreshed and ready to start the day. But then as soon as I got into the office, the brain started ruminating again. It just messed up my whole journaling routine. Couldn't get through any of it. Barely got through my daily dad notes and started the show. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna do. Those emails are just the best, aren't they? We know it after hours, but yeah, or those phone calls. Yeah. So wait, did you already know? You okay, me and MP have a text message. That's funny because I wrote that down in my notes. Uh the yesterday I got off the show and finished up my journaling because I had missed a couple of days during the weekend. We had people over until midnight last night. Damn. All right. Surprise. It was MP who emailed. No, he texts. He's now he's helping me out to try to get myself back in the grind of working out and eating healthy. So he'll text me when he gets out of the gym, and he'll be like, "Get your shit done, dude." And I'll be like, "But it's been a hard day, dude. I'm so sorry." And I'll give him all the excuses in the world, and he's just so nice and kind. He won't talk shit. But yeah, my morning yesterday, I closed the show, do a little bit of office work, leave. I didn't really have anything on the schedule, which is a little weird for a Monday, but also not surprising because I like to let Mondays just flow. And sure enough, it went from, oh, that was actually a pretty easy morning. I'm gonna get back to the office like real quick, and I'm gonna get like a long office day. Then I get a phone call. My new client said that her neighbors have been complaining that her house smells like shit and that there's water flowing down the street from her house. And so, like MP said, my easy morning quickly turned into a shit show, literally. She had a backup overflowing into her side yard. Thankfully, not into her house. These new homes that we build, we do put in. Uh, Man, what am I looking for? Whatever you want to call it. We put in checks and balances so that this stuff doesn't overflow in your house anymore. I'm blanking on the word, but the system did its job. It let her know and let her neighbors know that there was a problem while not destroying the actual inside of her house. So, made a couple calls, got an emergency plumber out there, got it fixed, but it was definitely running around her house, making sure everything was okay, making sure that my guys didn't do anything when they were doing electrical work on her new barbecue, making sure that they didn't like accidentally shut off her ejection system. And so it was just like stuff like that. Then get over to my other job. The guys I've been waiting for over a week now to install these doors finally show up, and none of the doors work. None of them fit the openings, or the waterproofing pans were too um, like rounded instead of like tight and square. The openings were too short or not wide enough. This is a new type of door system, and it has a piece that we've never seen before, and it doesn't fit. And then, oh, on this other door system, we got two lefts and instead of a left and a right. Like just fucking all the problems. And that was before the emails from the clients. So just wasn't going off well. Got a call from good friend Scott. How's your day going? My day's pretty shitty. How's your day going? Also pretty shitty. Want to grab sandwiches and beer? Yes, we do. So that was the midday break. Um, I had texted him yesterday because when we were leaving our hotel for the weekend, we stopped off at the sandwich spot. And I guess he had sandwiches on his mind. So we went there, had a good talk, kind of like we're like each other's like rumination pal, like, oh yeah, this happened to me, this happened to me. Oh yeah, I remember that. Like sometimes it feels a little too negative. Um, but we definitely try to throw some gratitude in there as we talk to each other, like thankful that we have each other. Um, Thankful that we do, live a very first world problem life. So the day turned around a little bit. Came back to the office, did a little bit of work, but like I said, I hit those midday blues, and I just don't feel as still something like that. Well, I don't want to put it forward and then have shading over my face, so I just kind of leave it like this. And then yeah, went back to the jobs, checked on things. No doors installed, still no poo in the street, so we were good. Headed home, decently long drive home. Got home, wife and kids were just like in veg mode. My wife was like, "Yeah, I was not feeling it today. I barely did anything." around the house, um, just like a little bit of like a hangover from the weekend away. But they're on summer break, so they get to do that. They get to chill. They get to chill. So we hung out for a little bit, and then she took Bentley to his swim lesson. He's now on a new 2-week session. It's like every 2 weeks there's a new session, and you have to like the bookings are like Wednesday at 6 a.m. or something crazy like that, which is not my wife's time. And so she messed up the last booking. And so now his class is at 7:15 p.m. So I will probably miss most of these. That is not a good time for me. Poo in the street, freaking the sheets or something. That's something I've always struggled with. If I'm frustrated, it's so hard for me to get stuff done. Yeah, it really is. And um it kind of sends you into like a spiral or a circle, like a it's like cyclical. That's the word, yeah. And so what I've tried to reflect on this morning is that I I feel like I'm doing my clients a disservice right now by not giving them the best version of myself. And I think they're starting to get that sense. And so they are starting to dig a little deeper into things, and they're noticing some of the flaws and problems that are happening because I've been so distracted. So it's an unfortunate thing that I think I created. Um, and I just need to, just lock in and get this stuff going. I feel like I struggle to get started once, but once I get started, I go for hours without realizing. Some days you want to damn deep. Mine is all sorts of messed up. It's a circus in there. Yes, yes, indeed. It's just another day. Got to start refresh. So hopefully, gonna get refreshed today. Supposed to be a short day on Tuesdays. Gonna be a long day because one of those emails was, "Hey, I know we said we would meet with you and give you checks at 2:15 on Tuesday. We're gonna push it back to 3:30." And this has like been something that's been notorious with this client. It's been very frustrating for me as I get months and months further into the job and there's no correction to it. It should just be a normal thing, but it's still very frustrating to me. I am a very scheduled human. If I tell someone I'm going to be somewhere at a certain time, I'm there and nothing changes that. Um, but with this client, it's always a change. It's always been a pushback. It's always been, let's move it to another day. And yeah, when it comes to money, I I usually have people waiting for checks. So when I finally get the day, I'll tell people that their checks are coming. And then when the client pushes back, it just becomes a thing. It's just not fun. It's not fun at all. Just pay your bills, people. Uh so yeah. And then I woke up this morning. So like I said, Amy and Bentley went to swim lesson. I said bye and goodnight to them, went up, took a shower, said goodnight to the girls, and then laid down for bed. I woke up this morning to some funny text messages where, so he's in a new class, and she said like 5 kids that are around his age, and then one kid that is significantly older, where Bentley came out of the lesson and he was like, "Mom, did you see there's a there's a boy in our class that has a mustache and he's bigger than you." And it's just one of the funny things that kids say. And Amy was saying that like he was like definitely not a good swimmer, so you could tell he was one of those late to learn to swim kids, and they're trying to push him up through the ranks of class, which isn't fair to him, isn't fair to the other kids, but it is what it is. What's up? Go old school. Show up on the doorstep with a oops. No, no. And I did not repeat that. Anyways, let's get on with the show. Let's talk about this reading. As you all know, reading the book, The Daily Dad, The Daily Parent, if you want, because we got moms in the chat, by Ryan Holiday. Today's lesson: the best parents keep growing, right? We know that. That's what we're here for. That's what we're doing. That's why we're reading the book. That's why we're reading other books. We're all focused on our growth right now, which, has made the world a very different place. I would argue a better place. Um, in fact, my friend Scott and I were talking about that just the other day as we were ruminating through some stuff. We were talking about how, you know, just the mindsets of us, together we've kind of formed a little mentorship program between each other, him mentoring me in business and finance, helping me grow, and then me mentoring him in letting, like, cutting loose, having fun, enjoying things outside of work. Like, he was a very much more of like a workaholic kind of person, and I was very much like, no dude, like, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Like, you've you've built an empire that out of something that was in the ashes. Like, this flooring business was in ashes when he took over, and he's crushed it, and he works so hard. And I, told him, I'm like, enjoy it. Like, take a break, take more breaks than you normally do. And so we both listened to each other. I've My business has doubled, maybe tripled since I started, and that was only 3 or 4 years ago. So it's been a really great thing. Lots of growth happening. Lots of good times between the two of us. Where did we go? I'm struggling to figure out a vacation plan with the family. Hmm. Where are you thinking about going, buddy? I'm thinking about carrying a cane in case I need to film something. So I just like hire David as my enforcer. He'll fly out here, show up at my clients' houses, trying to figure out something different to do with them other than just a beach or a lake. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Sometimes like to repeat vacations. You find some places that are really good and repeat, but then sometimes it gets a little stale and you want to kind of throw something a little different. My mentor always has to remind me that work shouldn't always get 100% of me. Yeah. If I can only give 60, I'm giving 60. Yep. True. It's hard. I mean, it's really hard to give 100%. Your mind's always going to be thinking about, that thing you need to do at home, or that thing that your husband or wife said, or, the when you're home, you're thinking about work stuff. So it's never going to be 100%. And I think sometimes we get on ourselves about like how we're not able to give it 100% or focus. And, that kind of like sets us in a spiral. And yes, we need to give ourselves some grace and realize that, sometimes your mind's just going to be a little scattered, but you still got to move forward, push forward. So appreciate you guys hanging out, talking to me. What else? Oh, continuing on the reading, you must always adjust, right? We need to be adaptable as parents. We need to adjust. The world is changing day in and day out. It's getting a little different, so we're gonna adjust. We're gonna pay attention to what our kids need. We're gonna stay curious. Gonna talk to them, see how things are working for them, what's working, what's not working, and find ways to shake things up and give a little, like, change perspective, reframe, whatever you want to call it. And we're doing that decently well, right? Decently well. Oh yeah, I know. I know. Give myself some grace today for sure. 8.6 today. Synapses are firing, working to a 9. Yeah, get to that 9 plus. I don't really know a David that's not a 9 plus. um, what else? What else? Listen. Okay, there was a part in either the book or in ChatGPT that was talking listen, empathize, and adjust. You can't just do things the way they were done to you. Of course, we all know that. We don't want to do that. We don't want to parent the way we were parented. Definitely a different generation now. Definitely a different world. We we need to figure out what works for us as parents in our time and for our kids. 100%. Keep an open mind. Don't get so stuck in your ways that um, you get spun out of control because things don't go the way you think they should. that's probably something I struggle with a little bit. Um, like I said earlier, with my clients flowing in and out, every client's different. So, I want it to be a certain way. This is the way it's worked in the past, but a new client comes in, shakes up the system a little bit. And I do have a little, growing pain struggle with each client because I'm like, yeah, it really would be great if we did it this way. This worked the best with my most flawless client and job. And same thing with your kids. If you have multiple kids, you think one thing may work one way with your firstborn, and then as you get to your second and third born, you'll notice that no two kids are alike. And sure enough, that even if you're the same two parents or same single parent in the same household in the same town, the second one just they almost come out different on purpose. Just to make it harder. Even people with twins, I think Chels would agree that, you know, for sure people with twins, but they are just two different animals, 100%. And her kids being so young are still they're still wild feral animals. This gives us the space to better connect with and prepare our kids for the future. I liked that line that was written by ChatGPT. Um, you know, giving you allowing yourself to really take in the information and kind of change the way you're doing and adapt alongside your kids, maybe with their help. Hey, what works for you? Okay, let's try that. Gives you that opportunity to connect with them a little more and then to prepare them for the future. Basically, they're going to have to grow up and do the same things where we need to learn, our kids need to learn to adapt. That's just the way the world works, right? Wait, you mean your kids don't follow the scale of averages? That's yeah. Nope. I have my firstborn is off the scale of all percentages. She was below the scale in everything every year. And then my youngest Bentley is top of the scale, top of the chart. It was funny this weekend. When we were throwing all the kids in the pool, the other dads were picking up Bentley as and their kids, and it's just like a completely different story. All the kids tried to pick up each other, so they were all like picking up each other in Bentley, and so there was definitely a consensus going around that Bentley at 7 is heavier than at least 2 of the 10-year-olds in the group. So pretty funny stuff. Big dude. On my way to work. Have a great day, everyone. Dom, message me if you need anything. I just need some good old fashioned smacks in the back of the head. Get those TPS reports done. Get in the office, stay in the office kind of thing. Like that's the trouble that I have is once I leave the office for the morning, I get into job site mode, answering questions and dealing with problems as they come up. And I just struggle to get back here and get things done. Or by the time I get back here, um, I'm exhausted from the nonsense. All my daughters are different animals, but just the same. Yep. Fire, 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 fire. Lit, rock your day. Yeah. Have a great day, Caitlin. Thank you again for showing up, hanging out with me all summer long. It's been great having you here. We all appreciate you. And just keep brewing that baby. Make that thing strong. All right. What else? What else on here? Did I get through everything? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, Stoic. Stoic quote. Don't, where'd it go? Don't get carried away, period. Take it slow, period. Train with humility. Yeah. So this one was talking about um people who it's more so talking about people who catch on to things quickly. So the type of person that like when they're going for something, they learn really quick. They think they got it. And so they skip the fundamentals, they skip the all the little things, and then you get to a point where they've been doing it wrong way for too long. So even if you pick something up really quick, make sure that you train with humility. Don't think that like, oh, I got it. I'm like a natural at this. I can handle this. Don't even worry about it. Make sure you constantly revert back to the basics, retrain, stuff like that. This is probably what I need right now. I need a little bit of like getting back to the basics, getting back to like the mundane, the stuff that I know I need to do to make sure that I'm feeding my clients as much information as possible instead of just um, taking their cues. Like my clients right now are very hands off. I think they're both very busy with life and other businesses and situations that they have. And so I'm just running the show. And, sometimes the only communication I have with them is when I send a round of invoices every month and an update. And I think my thing is that I was telling myself is I need to be more communicative with them so that they know what's going on the day to day and they're not as surprised or as shocked by things. Stop and listen to your clients. Something new will happen and it will be good. Yeah. And I also think I need to have, a kind of more of a, not like come to Jesus talk with them, but more of a like, what do you need? What more do you need from me? How can I, better serve you? Like, what do we need to do? Like the one client, the new client, I haven't seen him in months. Um, so that's not normal for me at all. I'm used to clients. And so what's happening is the new jobs that I have, the little remodels, are just time sucking all my time for me. And so these bigger clients, these longer scheduled jobs they're just not getting the best of me. That's what it is. So we'll fix that. We'll work on that. We'll do all the good things and we'll turn this around. That's the goal. That is the goal for the rest of the month, the rest of the week, all that kind of stuff. Lock in, Dom. You got this. Right? All right, everybody. That's a good show. It's good stuff. Let's turn my attitude around. We'll work this out. We'll finish out this morning here. Um, Man, if I don't have to go out for a meeting, I should just stay here as long as possible. That's kind of the best game for me. But thank you, everybody. I hope you have a great day. Um, if you need any back and forth or you feel like you need to smack me, you know, you know where to find me. David's bouncing off the couch. Make it a great day. Thank you very much. We're gonna rock some more of that new music. Get the blood flowing in a different direction. And see you back here tomorrow, people.
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up.